Hey folks, Keric here and welcome back to part 33 in this Primal walkthrough for PS2. Right, first things first, let's get this brazier lit and get the door open. Not really much else we can do in this room at the moment, so there's little point hanging around. And I still like that animation. Well, no sooner is the door down than we've got someone to deal with. Still, big sword should take care of it very quickly. Oh god, that's nice. If only we had this during the Wraith section. My god, it would have made life a hell of a lot easier. And we'll leave Scree to deal with that while we get on with far more pressing matters. Couple of bendy corridors. Nothing really exciting on those for the moment. However, at the end of this one is a door that we can't open. There are no braziers for us to light. So we do the most obvious thing in the world. Switch to Scree and go exploring up the wall. Doesn't matter which side you take at this point. Both sides are exactly the same. And you can guess what's going to happen. Also grab the lodestone while you're here. And if you make your way along to the end, there is a brazier you can light. Which you should do. And watch the pretty fireworks go off. It really went to town with that effect. But in all honesty, I kinda like it, so I'm not going to complain in the slightest. And I think you can actually climb up that wall at the end and around. I'm not sure if it's any quicker. I just went back down and up the other side, but you're free to have a go yourself and let me know if it is any quicker. Not that I'll be playing the game again, I think I'm done with it now. Right, anyway, once you're ready, move up the other side. And it's a case of doing the same thing. One thing to point out, whenever you light the brazier on the far side, it goes to the door and lights up half of the door.
No.
If the door's got like a track of oil in it which is being burned by the fire, how the fuck did they manage to get it to burn half of it? See, surely that should just burn both tracks. Anyway, it's a game. I'm a living, talking, breathing gargoyle and a woman that can change into different things. Really, I shouldn't complain too much. Anyway, into the darkness and open up this door with Scree's help. So give us access to the next section.
Give me some help here.
And as you can tell, we've entered the Sanctuary of Immolata, which acts as a hub for 4 side rooms. On the ground, yeah, as you can tell, but the noise is coming from above. There are a couple of grenade throwers, so do be careful as you make your way around this area. Quite happily lob a couple of grenades down in your head. The room basically has 5 exits. 6 if you count the one we've just come through. 1 on each wall on the ground floor. And 2 up top. And in the centre, which is where we actually want to exit the room, there are these 4 statues. Yeah, grenade in the face. 4 statues which we need to activate. There's 1 per room. So if we go through here first of all, and make your way down and around. We'll make our way towards the first igniter chamber for the statues. There are 4 in total, and once they're all lit, we'll pretty much be able to make our way through into the next area of the game. So the idea is to get all of the oil in these rooms lit. But we'll need to find some way get in. To switch to scree, grab this lodestone, and then spend about 10 minutes wandering around thinking, how the fuck am I supposed to do this? Head back out, go around, look at the other rooms, and then come back realising that you were a bit stupid, and yeah. The wall to the left is climbable. Wonderful. Thank God for clock wipes, that's all I can say. Save you sitting through 10 minutes of me derping. And I was thinking you could climb on top of the statue, but obviously not. So up we go. So up we go. And if you make your way around to the end, there's a block with, there's a block with an oil reservoir on top which we can light. There we go. Again with the flames. The thing I said earlier about half of the door lighting up is worse here. Because as you can see, half of the symbol above the statue stays lit at all times. I find it kind of weird that the oil wouldn't catch fire on the other side. But hey, like I said, it's a game. Anyway, once you've made your way back to the bottom, pretty much do the same on the other side of the room. Grab hold of the wall. Make your way up. And once you're up, it's just a case of running along to the end and lighting up the block again. I'm watching the pretty fireworks go off. They must have blown a lot of the budget on these, considering how much they use them. It's a bit like in a movie whenever they do multiple shots of an explosion. And you see the explosion from different angles to maximise the value of the explosion shot. Anyway, both braziers lit. And it'll hit the middle bit and start off the statue, which is what we want. And then spread to the middle of the room, which starts off the first of our 4 statues. So 1 down, 3 to go. Just finished climbing down this wall, now we'll make our way out of here. Nothing left for us now. Onwards and upwards, quite literally. I'll just switch over to Jen. There were those 2 grenade launcher guys upstairs, and we do want to go upstairs now, so I don't think it's a good idea to be wandering around the screen in case we get a couple of grenades in the face. So just make your way back up into the main room, and once you're in, you want to take a right and go up the stairs. At this point I'm trying to work out where to go to next. So just ignore this. Alright, so that done with. Up the stairs we go. And pick up the lodestone. Help us keep our total topped up, just in case there's a couple of statues we need to possess. And once you're done with that, make your way up the stairs. And there'll be another djinn. There we go. So just lay into him in whatever fashion you feel most suitable. And yeah, it would have been nice if he'd have stayed up in the top layer. I at least could have got some energy off him, but you know, these things are sent to try us. Anyway, at the end of this, there is another corridor which will lead us to the next of the 4 areas. And as you can see, there are climbable areas to either side. Feel free to explore if you want any of the items. I think there are a couple of energy rocks up there. For now we're going to... No, we're not going to climb down Scree, don't be silly. Come back up. There we go. We're going to drop his rope. And get Jen down there. It's worth pointing out that there are quite a few areas in Volca where Keric comes in really useful, purely because they've made the walls slightly higher than you can jump in any other form, and because Fairy has the boosted jump, we'll need to switch a couple of times. But for now, once you've reached the bottom, you want to make your way off to the left as you're facing the wall. There we go, and as you can see, there's another tarot card off in the distance. So we'll just make our way gingerly along this ledge and pick up the card. I guess it's the 25th card as well. Very near the end. And this is the Queen of Wands, which represents Malakal in game. And once we're done with that, we can make our way along the ledge and use the ledge on the other side of the area we climbed down onto. I just wish she'd sidestep a little bit quicker. It would be nice. But hey, she's got a whopping great sword. Who the hell am I to complain? And once we're done with this little sidestepping section, thankfully we can run a little bit. There we go.
No good. Too high for me.
As you can tell, the wall's too high, so we'll need to switch over to Fairy this time, and I press human like a tit. And again, there we go. Not much more like it. Been quite a while since we've seen those horns. Anyway, up we go. And follow the path around. There are a few jumps along the way, but nothing major. And there we go, into the central section. And that wall is too big for us as well, so we'll want to take a scree down. Once you're on the wall, we can pretty much just go to the left and walk around, just avoiding that sidestep section beneath. And once we're past it, we join the main path. No, up a bit. Up. There we go. There are some times when I can be stupid. Yeah, am I kidding? Sometimes. Yeah, I'm stupid a hell of a lot. Alright, back up we go. Obviously that wall, even though it looks the same, isn't climbable. So we'll just go up on top. And then at least we can just run round. And once we're there, we pretty much want to climb up the wall on the left hand side. Unfortunately, there's no oil in the damn thing.
Reservoir is empty.
So if we climb up this wall, we'll come across a lever, which should fill up the basin with oil.
Help me out, would you?
But as per usual, we can't open it on our own, so we'll have to go through the whole rope toss thing and have Jen join us. Come on, dearie. Up you go. Thankfully, it's not too big a wall this time. Come on, grab it. There we go.
This thing weighs a ton. I might need your help here.
Oh god, he's in rock form as well. Do remember to take him out of rock form. I hate the way it does that.
Lend me a hand here. I can't do this on my own.
I suppose it makes sense because you probably want to go up and down the rope a couple of times in some situations, but ugh. It just feels a little bit awkward. Anyway, once that's done, let the rope down again. And we'll climb down as Jen. Inventor of the vertical grunt drop. There we go. And once we're done with that, switch over to Scree, get him movable again and make his stony way down the wall. And of course light up the brazier in the middle once you're done. Which concludes everything we have to do in this room. There we go. Statue 2 of 4 done. Halfway there already. Good stuff. Right. Now, pretty much just make our way back at this point. Yeah. I was kind of hoping there might be a quicker way down. Some kind of, I don't know, jump or something. Obviously not. We have to take a long way around, so let's get at it. And once again with Scree, just make your way up the wall. Around to the left. You know where you're going. You've only done this 2 seconds ago, really. If you've forgotten by now, you really need to see a doctor. And once you're back up top, just set up with the rope again. Go. And now we can do the same thing with Jen. And make our way back into the central chamber again. Come on, that's a pretty large ledge. Can't you be a little bit quicker? You look like a goat. Can't you kind of climb mountains like one? Walk on precipitous ledges? Oh? Bit of a waste of the horns then. And when we're at the top, we can release Scree. We go and make our way back into the main chamber again. I'm just going to switch over to Jen. Purely on the off chance that there's another enemy on the way back. They do tend to pop up quite a few times. I don't want to get caught unawares. Yep, there we go. Had to do one. Yeah, we'll switch the big sword, take care of you a hell of a lot quicker. And on you go. So we'll have a quick top up. And I think that's a fairly good point to finish up. Now we're halfway through. So I've been Keric the Pally. This has been Primal. And you have a good evening now.